There's a new battle royale that just came out called Off the Grid that just seemed to like show up out of nowhere, and everybody's been praising it nonstop. It's been doing crazy numbers on Twitch viewership and Epic Games download as well, and the reason I'm so surprised by this is because Off the Grid is an NFT battle royale game. And I don't know how we got to this point exactly, but I thought that for the most part, the gaming community was against having cryptocurrency inside their video games. Now, me personally, I'm not against studios wanting to use blockchain inside their video games. I think that when you do it in a way that's seamless and completely optional, then that's totally fine. You know, like for example, how Dead Drop was doing it, Midnight Society's extraction shooter, where you kept everything inside of your account and you could transfer it off if you wanted to. But the problem is that a lot of these Web3 developers and game studios, and the reason why everybody just hates NFT gaming in the first place, is because they've always just gone the greedy route where they always want to sell you the token first, they want to make a lot of money, they want to have the NFT launch and make the millions without even knowing what the game is going to be about. So seeing how all the major streamers are taking sponsorships for Off the Grid, how Ninja already has his own skin inside of the game, and how all I've seen regarding the game is basically just positive publicity, well, it's really got me wondering if people's perceptions of crypto-based games is changing, or do they just really not know that the game works with the blockchain in the first place? Because obviously I had to go check it out, so I went and downloaded Off the Grid for myself. It's been a long time since I've played a battle royale, so dropping in again, it kind of felt a little weird, but basically you play as this character that's had their arms and legs surgically removed and replaced with robot ones. You can then replace the limbs that you have for better limbs that you find in game. It's not just looting weapons, you're also looting body parts, or you can also just shoot the limbs off of people and just leave them crawling on the floor if they have no legs, or if they have no arms and you shoot off their arms, well, they can't really carry guns anymore. It's a pretty funny concept to have in a battle royale game, to be honest, but that's the gimmick, that's the shtick for Off the Grid. That's how you stand out in a market that's already overdone and oversaturated. But I was actually surprised that Off the Grid wasn't like all the other crypto games that are out there. It wasn't like all the other girls. It wasn't Axie Infinity, it wasn't like the Sandbox, because they weren't trying to be like in your face about having an NFT marketplace. Like I saw some streamers playing the game, I saw like Shroud and Ninja mentioning the NFT parts in some clips, and they were saying like, oh, Epic Games doesn't really have like a Steam marketplace, so they're using this instead. But it's not like Shroud and Ninja were just shouting it from the rooftops, I still think that to a degree, shilling a crypto game is not really a smart move for content creators, unless, they're crypto creators in specific. And that's what got me thinking that a lot of the viewers that were watching their favorite streamer play the game probably just wanted to play it for themselves. They downloaded it because it looked fun, and they either didn't know about the crypto side of things, or honestly, they just did not care. But when it comes to Off the Grid in specific, like I think that the way they're planning to implement the Web3 stuff into the game is actually kind of smart, because, you as the player, you don't really see it happening. Like when you log into the game, you have this currency called gun tokens that you can either use to buy weapons from the marketplace from other players, or you can open loot boxes that you find in the match that you have to extract successfully with in order to have all these different types of loot boxes to open. There's different types of loot boxes, whether it's for weapons, whether it's for cyber limbs, or for weapon skins, and up to this point, again, based off what the game shows you in the interface, nothing is using those words, like those buzzwords like play to earn, monetize your gaming, or anything like that. And also a really big important part is that all the transactions happen inside the game itself, so you don't have to go to OpenSea or any other like NFT marketplace website to do your trades. So you can really have the full gaming experience of dropping into the map, getting some kills, extracting some hexes to open for loot, win the game, and then just go at it again without having that constant reminder that it's actually an NFT game. And I think that's the reason why Off the Grid isn't getting that much hate on the internet. People aren't just protesting up in arms, calling it a quick cash grab, because the game is still in early access. When you play the game, you realize very quickly like, holy crap, the optimization in this is horrible, I really hope they fix it. But it's still a very fun game to play. The developers, you can tell that they did the right thing by just giving you a great gaming experience first, and then trying to figure out how to stick all the NFT stuff inside of it. And so for that, I really gotta give them props for wanting to please the players first. Like that's always been the big barrier with this Web3 NFT gaming ecosphere. They're always too focused about making money. The only two Web3 games I've actually ever seen where they don't just advertise all that play to earn nonsense, and they actually focus on player enjoyment first, has been Off the Grid, yes, and Dead Drop as well. But Dead Drop has been in development hell for the longest time, and well, with all the recent Dr. Disrespect drama, they kind of just took a big hit to the reputation, so I don't know what's gonna happen with them. My critiques though about Off the Grid after playing it on stream for a while, Well, I gotta tell you guys that honestly, it just feels too samey, you know, to a lot of the battle royales that we currently have today. The cyber limbs mechanic, obviously super funny, meme worthy almost, but I didn't really feel like it was a big enough impact to just be reinventing the battle royale genre. I was streaming the game and the people in my chat just kept calling it third-person Apex Legends, which, you know, to be fair, the diving animations, the grappling, the way some of the guns felt, it really did feel like Apex Legends in a way, but even I had to stop and go like, wait, no. Well, we already have third-person Apex Legends, you know? It's called Farlight 84. So this is just another third-person Apex Legends imitation that's just being added to the list. And honestly, that just goes to show how overdone and how oversaturated the shooter battle royale genre is in that aspect in particular, where you have the holy trinity of battle royale games. You have Fortnite, you have Apex, and you have Warzone, and everything else that comes after that just feels like a mix and match of the three, with a couple of few extra gimmicks here and there, just to say that it's not technically the same. That's the main reason why I think that Off the Grid is really going to struggle to keep up in the future. That's why I think that if all it has to offer is the NFT marketplace, and that's it, well, there's really not that much that they're offering to the players other than the NFT stuff, and the fact that they're trying to mask the NFT stuff so that you don't notice it really just, you know, begs the question, what are we doing here? What are you advertising? What makes you different from everything else that's already out there? And if your answer to that is just like, oh, it's the NFT marketplace, you know, well, gamers don't care about the NFT marketplace. Gamers just care about having a fun game that they can play nonstop, get addicted to, get depressed because they're playing it too much, and then just keep playing it, even though they're already done and they just want to stop playing it. Now, I'm not saying that the battle royale genre is stale and that every single battle royale game that comes out is just doomed to fail no matter what. You know, you just have to find a way to innovate the genre instead of trying to imitate everyone else. Like, for example, there's this new game that was just also announced called Supervive that's supposed to be a MOBA, like League of Legends, a battle royale, and a hero shooter. It has elements of everything and they're mixing it together. A bunch of developers from like a bunch of really popular games just start working on it. And, you know, based off the trailer and the gameplay, I was looking at it and I was like, okay, this is nothing like the top 3 BRs that are out there today. These people might have something going on here. We'll have to wait and see. It actually looks pretty interesting. But unfortunately, I think a battle royale like Off the Grid, that's really just kind of like a mix between Warzone and Apex with an NFT marketplace, releasing in 2024 might be like 5 years too late to get any sort of staying power over the long run. Like, if this game had come out by the same time that Apex Legends had come out, that might have completely revolutionized the NFT marketplace thing, and they might have just actually normalized it. But the fact that it's releasing on a genre that's over 5 years old at this point and people are just so tired of it, I don't know if that's gonna do them any good, to be honest. I think that all the people who are trend chasers and are just playing it right now because it is the shiny new game of the week, myself included, are just gonna jump ship as soon as something new comes out. And the people that actually do stay behind and play the game over the long run are probably either gonna be crypto bros, because obviously it's a crypto game, or the bots that the crypto bros are gonna be running so that way they can farm more gun tokens or more hexes to make money off the game. Because at the end of the day, when you incentivize real money in playing video games, you're always going to run into that very big problem that people are just going to want to cheat and use bots to find a way to turn the game into like a money-making passive income driver. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Off the Grid, if it's going to have any sort of staying power or not. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe you're right. I don't know, man. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.